What's up, Admiral Nation, and welcome to the second episode of In the Game. My name is Terrence Seals.
And I'm Mason Golden.
And today we're going to catch you up on the past week for the Admiral Nation sports. First up, we have swim. The Admiral Nation swim team traveled to state this past weekend, and while they didn't place as well as they wanted, we still want to congratulate them on their very successful season. A lot of swimmers hit new milestones this season, and they're very proud of their success, and we are too, as well as their hard work. Golf. Girls golf competed in their state tournament this past week, and while we don't have the results now, Coach Chambliss will present you with those results later in the game. And for the boys, well, we travel to the tournament this next Monday and Tuesday, which is October 28th and the 29th. Good luck to them as they represent the Admirals in the state tournament.
The Admirals had another great game against the Iberville Warriors. Both teams put up points in the first, with the Admirals leading in the first quarter 7-6. In the second quarter, both teams scored a touchdown, leaving the Admirals a little ahead of the Warriors with a score of 14-13. In the third quarter, the defense had a great quarter, and they allowed 0 points for the Warriors with a score of 28-13. In the fourth quarter, the Iberville put up 6, but the Admirals put up 14 more points with the final score of your Admirals 38 and the Warriors 19.
So what an excellent game for the Admirals.
Yes.
Right? All right, today we have two Admiral football players here to talk with us today. First, we have one on offense, Dane Sullivan, and Andre Peters III, who is also on defense. Dane is our quarterback, and Andre is our linebacker. Two captains on both sides of the field. So, Dane, you threw for 22 out of 29 completions for 227 yards, 1 touchdown, and only threw for 1 interception. Your QB rate was 95. Your lead receiver was Chris Burks, 11 receptions, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. And for offense in total, y'all went for 193 yards rushing and 227 passing yards for a total of 419. So, Dane, I have a question for you. How do you feel knowing that you have guys like DeCorian Payton, Cooper Crosby, and Chris John Burks in your corner?
It's definitely a good feeling because they're capable of a lot, and so I trust them with the getting the ball in their hands. I don't have to worry about, are they going to make the play, or I don't have to put anything, too much on myself because I know that they can take care of business as well.
So one of the things that we saw last week was, of course, the interception. How do you cancel out the noise from fans and also your inner self and just be able to get back in the game after that?
Well, you just have to know kind of it's a part of the game. It's going to happen. And we took a shot early, and, it got picked off. Once it happens, there's not much you can really do. After that, you just have to know that, I knew we were going to beat D'Iberville. It's just a matter of the offense and everybody just getting back into the rhythm of everything. And we know if we execute, we would win. So just keeping that.
Appreciate you. Mason?
Andre Peters III, D'Iberville, put up 255 rushing yards and only passed 77 yards with a total of 332, and you only held D'Iberville to 19 points. When a team is that coming into the game averaging more rush yards than pass yards, how does the defense adjust to that?
Well, knowing the team runs the ball more than they pass the ball, that allows us to be alert in the run game, allows us to clog the middle of the field and try to force everything to the outside. Therefore, we can set the edge and rally to make the play. But at the same time, we can't allow ourselves to sleep on the passing game, so we still got to be on our P's and Q's with the passing game, but also focus more on the run game.
St. Martin is 3-4 coming into the game, and they have like this similar dual threat to what D'Iberville had last week. How does that come into your game plan as far as coming in?
I just know that if we execute at a high level and come out playing fast and physical like we know we should, we're going to beat them.
Well, JP, we definitely see that you be playing physical, man. Almost leading in tackles, so yeah. But we appreciate y'all for coming today, and we'll catch you on the next episode of In the Game.
Good evening, fans, and thank you for joining us for another night of Gulfport Admiral football. It is homecoming here at Joseph W. Milner Stadium as Gulfport gets ready to play St. Martin in our third district contest of the year. Admirals won last week against D'Iberville to improve to 2-0 in division play, 5-2 overall. Final score is 38-19. It was a great showing by Gulfport, especially in the second half of that game. We're down 6 for 7 in the red zone, really executed well on the offensive side of the ball. Led by Dane Sullivan, quarterback. He was 22 for 19 for 213 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Crosby had his 7th consecutive 100-yard game on the year with 3 touchdowns to add. And DeCorion Payton, our other star running back, had 122 total yards and a score as well. Christian Burks led the way receiving with 11 catches, 97 yards and a touchdown, and has really come into his own as a number 1 wide receiver as we get to the meat of the schedule for this season. All right, the defense did a great job again, forced 2 fumbles. Javon Anderson and Trent Pettis recovered those. Andre Peters led the way yet again with 9 tackles. Right behind him, DeSolomon Stallion had a great game at linebacker, 8 tackles and 1 for a loss. Tonight's opponent, St. Martin, coming in, struggling a little bit, not as much as they were last year. They were 3-4 on the season. They're 0-2 after their first 2 division games. They lost last week to Biloxi 34-14. They lost to Harrison Central 20-16 the week before in division play. They are head coached by Ty Smith. This is his 3rd season there. And this is the 19th all-time time that Gulfport and St. Martin are facing off. Gulfport leads the series 17-1, the lone loss coming in 2003. So the Admirals won 13 straight against St. Martin, and we're looking to make that another one tonight. Have a great wrap-up to the homecoming week. All right. So after the coin toss, St. Martin is going to receive the opening kick, and we are all set to start up our next one here at Milner Stadium. Thanks for joining us again. As we are waiting on the signal to go for our opening kickoff, we'd like to thank our fireworks sponsors, H2O Innovations, for pregame, halftime, postgame, and on touchdowns. They have provided an exciting contribution to our home atmosphere here at Milner Stadium, and we'd like to thank them for that contribution. All right, we have the ready signal. Jesus Cardenas, having a great year as a special teams leader for the Admirals this year, is set to kick off on what is a wonderful, it's little warm night, but great weather here as we get ready to play. All right, and the Admirals again continue their pattern of covering kicks really well all season. St. Martin's going to start about their own 23, 24-yard line, and we'll get our first look at the Admiral defense. As for St. Martin's offense this year, they're averaging about 238 yards a game, most of that coming on the ground. They're only averaging about 15 points, so have had trouble finishing drives. The quarterback situation has been in a little bit of flux. Most of the season they've been quarterbacked by Kevin Marshall, number 12, but last week against Biloxi they made a switch to Cameron Romero, number 14. So we'll see if they've kind of settled in on something yet tonight. Well, they start the night with a direct snap to number 11, Seth Crockett, who's listed as a quarterback running back. He hasn't really thrown the ball a lot when he's been in that position, but it's a good stop there by the Admirals right away. And they're going to go ahead and put St. Martin behind the sticks to start this first drive. Swing it out. That is Marshall on the catch there. The other guy that's played a little bit of quarterback there. And he is tackled. Looks like that is Jaquan Smith getting his first action of the night. He's had a very good season so far at defensive back. Made a lot of plays, especially in the important moments for us. All right, be third and right about 10, 11 yards line here, 11 yards here for St. Martin. Admiral's been very good third and long defensively this year. Opponents are under 30% on that so far. It's going to be another quick pass out here to the running back. That is number 3, Xavier Wiggins, that made that catch, but the Admirals swarmed to him, make a good stop. Looks like Andre Peters was there, one of the first men on the scene to make that tackle, get his first action of the night. So the Admirals make their third down stop on their first try of the night, and St. Martin looks to come out to punt. One thing to look for, though, St. Martin did fake punt against Biloxi last week. They had a very aggressive game going for it on fourth down, going for 2-point conversions when they scored. They tried an onside kick to start the second half, so it'd be interesting to see if they continue that aggressive approach, looking for that first district win. Punt is away, and it is dropped by DeCorion Payton. Looks like he just kind of misjudged that, got on the side of it. And that is, it's been signaled now. It's a turnover right away, and so St. Martin's going to keep that ball. It's an unforced error there for Gulfport. Just a bad mistake right there on special teams. We've had a great year so far on special teams. It's one of a very rare mistake for us right there. All right, so St. Martin's going to have 1st and 10 on the Admiral 25 now. And the Admiral's going to swarm to that ball really quickly again. One thing about, St. Martin's going to be a run-heavy team. The Admiral's been very good against the run so far this year, and we're looking to continue that tonight. St. Martin's got about 8 to go to pick up the first down here. All right, the formation shift there, they do swing around the tight end and tackle. They do that a lot, set up runs to that strong side, and they're going to, they fake the handoff there, and that's going to be a quarterback keeper there for Crockett. He's going to pick up a first down there for the first time tonight for St. Martin. So Jackets will have the ball around the 11, kind of in between the 11 and the 12 now. Not quite inside the 10 to make it 1st and goal to go. They can still pick up a first down here. All right. They shift again and fake the handoff. He pulls the handoff, and great job of getting to the ball. Admiral's there. There's a flag on the play, but that was a great job there by Christian Hughes, our big leader on the defensive line, best player on our defense, but we're going to get called for face mask on that one. So another really unforced error there by the Admirals. He had 2 guys on the ball right away, just kind of lost discipline there on that tackle. Crockett's going to keep it again, going up the middle, and that is going to be about a 5-yard pickup. Andre Peters on the tackle again there. So a little bit of success for the run game so far right here with St. Martin. But one thing about Gulfport this year, if you haven't watched much, this has been kind of become a second-half team. This is we've started slow. We've given up points several times on the opening drives. On our defensive side of the ball, but we have really done a great job of the halftime adjustments this year, making some changes and really sticking it to teams the last 24 minutes of the games. Right, St. Martin does that formation shift again, and Crockett's just going to roll out and keep it the whole way himself. Can't quite get around the edge. It's going to be close. He's going to be brought down about the 1 yard line, it looks like. Looks like that was Javon Anderson on the tackle there. Guys played a really good year so far on the defensive line. So that will, let's see. Down marker says 3, so it's going to be 3rd and inches. So it'll be another 3rd down opportunity here, although I would expect if St. Martin doesn't have a massive loss, they probably would go for it. Opponents are only 44% on 3rd down and short against Gulfport inside of 3 yards, so it's a good start, and we got a flag right away. Let's see. Timeout was called. Timeouts are brought to you by Sensational Laundromat, located on Broad Avenue in Gulfport. Thank you to them for sponsoring our timeouts this year. Right, so it looks like there was no penalty on the end. There's a timeout call before that. While we're here, we'd also like to thank our quarter sponsor, Law Office of Kimberly Papania. Real quick, as we're teams are starting to take back to the field, just kind of understand the lay of where the division is. Gulfport and Ocean Springs are at the top at 2-0. Biloxi, Harrison Central in the middle at 1-1. D'Iberville and St. Martin at the bottom at 0-2. A win tonight would clinch a playoff spot for Gulfport. Same thing for Ocean Springs. Nobody can be eliminated tonight, though. So everybody's still alive. Everybody will be going into next week. But a win tonight would go ahead and lock up a playoff spot for Gulfport, which would make it 4 consecutive years if we can do that. Crockett's going to take the snap and run all the way with it. And FAR official says he is in. So it's a 2-yard touchdown run there for Crockett. And the Yellow Jackets will take the lead, capitalizing on the Admiral special team mistake. Warren Jalalovich is on to kick for St. Martin. It's a low kick, hit pretty hard, but it is good. And so with 6:47 left in the first quarter, St. Martin leads 7-0. All right, which, as we said, being down early after the first few minutes is nothing new to this team. It was the case 2 weeks ago in Biloxi. They got points right away. Defense made some adjustments, played with a little more fire, turned it around, didn't give up anything else the rest of the night. So hopefully we can continue that pattern of play here on homecoming night. Once again, it is homecoming week, and if you are a Gulfport alum of any of the schools that have made up our great history in our town, we're glad that you're joining us tonight. If you wanted to check out some of the scenes and images from Spirit Week at the school this week, you can check that out on the school's Facebook page, Gulfport High School Academic Institutes of Gulfport. There's pictures from the various dress-up days, video footage from this morning's pep rally, which had a Willy Wonka golden ticket theme to it. There's a lot of fun, and many other things that have been going on at the school this week. All right, Yellow Jackets are out to kick off. This is number 15, Degon Flota, to kick for them. And they're going to roll it along. It's kind of that onside kick, but it is going to be recovered, and that is Cordarius Payton, number 44, on the ball. He has been a warrior for us on special teams. First guy down the field on punts, kickoffs. Great job jumping on the ball right there. He was injured last week. Good to see him back on the field. Good to see he's back healthy, able to make contributions again in a big way. So with 6:44 to go in the first, we're going to get our first look at the Gulfport offense. Gulfport's offense averaging about 360 a game, 28 points a game. And again, been really good in the second half, especially games. All right, on their own 40 to start. It's Austin Porter in motion to start us off, and it's going to be a quick catch there by Christian Brooks. He's going to break a tackle, and he's going to pick up a first down on the first play of the game, and the Admirals are in hurry-up mode already. It's something we've seen a lot. Once they get that first down of the game, it's time to get rolling. Try to get the defense on their heels, get that positive momentum going. Sullivan keeps it, and just off the hands of Decorion Payton there. He had a lot of room to run there. Unfortunate drop right there. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now. Peyton's going to take the handoff there. Cooper Crosby's out to lead block, and he's got a lot of room to run. Down the sideline, he's going to be out of bounds about the 6. Great pickup right there. Love it. Hey, you guys made a mistake on the punt. Dropped the pass right there. Let's give him the ball. Let's give him a positive play to build some confidence, show that we're not giving up on him. Great job right there. 1st and goal for the Admirals, and looks like we try to go to the hurry up, and we got stopped. I don't know exactly what happened, but the chains were definitely not caught up. Not that we needed them. It was 1st and goal. But it looks like Coach Pennick's getting an explanation why the play got held up. Sullivan in the gun, flanked by Peyton and Crosby. Peyton's going to get the handoff. He's got a hole, and he's going to be down at the 1. Man, he's going to be just short again. So now it'll be 3rd and goal. Admirals taking a little more deliberate pace here on this 3rd down and goal from the 1. Admirals, again, been very good 3rd and short. 3rd down, less than 3 to go. 12 out of 14 on the year. This one's going to go to Peyton, and he's going to go in easily for that touchdown, and the Admirals get those points right back. Took all of a minute and 20 off the clock to do it for the first touchdown of the game by Decorion Payton. Touchdown sponsored by Salis Concrete. And now we'll see for the first time tonight Grayson Tegeter on for the extra point. He's 22 for 24 on the year. And also last week hit his first field goal of the season from 28 yards. Hit it great. His first kick is good. So with 5:25 to go in the first quarter, it is now back tied up, 7 apiece between Gulfport and St. Martin. Cardenas places it for his second kickoff of the night. That was Decorion Payton's 8th touchdown of the year on the ground. And continuing a very impressive season so far from him, being an all-purpose player, both catching and receiving. Or the running and receiving, I should say. Cardenas hits one long down the middle. St. Martin kind of had some confusion on it. The ball's going to roll back, and this is a chance for the Admirals to make a big play, and they do right there. Great tackle there by Tyrell Seals, number 31, swarming to the ball. And St. Martin made a mistake of their own. They're going to be pinned back on their own 7 to start this possession. Looks like they got an injured player down. down there. But just looked like they had two guys back to return. Looked like they were kind of looking at each other, assuming the other one was going to get it. Nobody did, and they realized it's in play. They got to go scramble for the ball. Good job by the Admirals on not letting them escape from that one. Sometimes those broken plays mess up everybody's timing and can turn into big gains. All right, and that Yellow Jacket player is being helped off the field, so our defense is going to be back out for, I guess we can call it the second time for tonight. Again, got St. Martin pinned back deep, starting on their own, about their sevens where they've got this spotted. Quick pass. Oh, Christian Hughes almost got his hands on it. Great job there, team tackling. Trevon Dean's number 3 there almost had the big hit right on the goal line, but good job of swarming to the ball there by Pierre Felder. And Marion Greer there. Great job right there, not letting them escape, not letting them turn into anything. It's going to be about a 3-yard loss. Second and 13 now for St. Martin. And they shift towards the wide side of the field again. This is Romero taking the snap, and he's going to be upended. Hard hit there by Javon Anderson coming off the end, broke through his blocker. And St. Martin is headed backwards again. They're down to between the 1 and 2 now. Great hit there by Javon Anderson. Continuing a great season he's had. He's been picked on a lot. He's been targeted a lot with runs because he's on the opposite side of Christian Hughes, our best defensive player coming into the season. But he has done a great job holding his own. He's getting put in a lot of positions to make plays, and he has delivered most of those. Looks like it's going to be about third and 16 here. And they're just going to try to get a little bit of space outside their own end zone, give their punter a little room to work with here. So good stop by the Admiral defense there. Took advantage of the favorable field position and forced St. Martin into punt. Hopefully good field position here for the offense to work with. Corian Payton's back again to return for the Admirals. He's already lined up inside of the 40. There's no wind tonight. Flags are straight down. All right. Corion's got that catch. He's already making a few guys miss. He has got a good return right there. Pushed out of bounds. And there's the flag for the late hit. So that'll put the Admirals inside the 10 to start this next possession. All right, there's another flag also on the field, though, so we'll see what the officials sort out here. But nonetheless, good return there for DeCorion, especially coming off the drop punt last time around. So we'll see where the field position starts us here. Officials are huddled up trying to figure this one out. So it's 2 penalties against St. Martin right there. They'll enforce the more favorable one. So let's see, they still haven't spotted the ball yet. They're walking it off now. So the Admirals will start this possession on looks like it's about the 3-yard line. They're putting it right about where the point after marker is. So it's about around the 2 or 3. So our second time in the red zone. The Admirals have had a good season of that so far. 73% in the red zone scoring. There's a handoff to Crosby, and he's not going to get much there. Maybe a yard picked up, pushed it a little bit forward, but hadn't quite found a hole for him just yet. So second and goal from around the 1. Burks motions across. It's another handoff to Crosby. Looks like he's over the pile. He is. It's a touchdown for the Admirals. Touchdown's brought to you by Salis Concrete. And that gives the Admirals their first lead of the night. That's Cooper's 12th touchdown of the year on the ground. Continuing, again, a fantastic season for him. He's been over 100 yards in every game so far. And Grayson Tegeter is on for the point after. Snap's good, holds good. Kick is good. Tegeter now 24 for 26 on the year, and with 2:36 left, Gulfport capitalizes on the good punt return, field position, and lead now 14-7. All right, so the Admirals line up for the kickoff. This is Carter Platt on kickoff. He got a few reps kicking earlier this year. Hadn't had a lot after about the second week of the season, but he's going to kick off here for Gulfport. And he hits that one pretty solid towards the middle deep. It's fielded about the 4-yard line. And a couple missed tackles there. That's Yusef Colding for St. Martin on the return. And, again, good coverage there from the Admirals. That looks like that is number 26, Caleb Parrish, and number 12, Eric Brumfield there making the tackle on that one. So, again, good job on the kick. We've been saying this repeatedly this season, the last few weeks especially. Special teams has been a real strength of this team, even though it's kind of an unnoticed aspect of the game. Other teams are starting in really poor field position repeatedly against us. St. Martin's going to start here on their own 16. This one's handed off to Xavier Wiggins, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain right there. So this is going to put the ball about that's a little bit shorter mark there at the end. It's going to put the ball in about the 19, so it ends up being about a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be another quarterback keeper to the outside there for Crockett, and he's not going anywhere on that one. Admirals were ready for it. Peters, Hughes, L.J. Robertson, all on that one to make the stop. He just ran into an absolute wall there. So he's looking at 3rd and 7 after no gain on that play. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. That's from Cockrell again. And it's going to be really close to the marker. I think he might have just quite got the first down right there. Looked like they had a pass, and he decided to run it on his own. Pocket kind of opened up there. Got some yardage to pick up. There's Jaquan Smith there on the tackle, but not before St. Martin picks up a first down for the second time tonight. So a rare give up there for the Admiral defense on a 3rd and long. All right, they've been really good on that this year. One time they made a little bit of a mistake, slipped up, gave a little too much space there through the pass rush. St. Martin goes right to it, sticking with that run, and the Admirals are all over that one. Trent Pettis and a handful of others in on that stop. So again, about a 3-yard pickup. Ball's on St. Martin's own 30 here. So looking at 2nd and 7 again. As we get the final half minute of this first quarter. All right, so they got an empty formation here. And back to the quarterback run yet again. And that is a big hit coming through. Andre Peters again. As Javon Anderson held him up as defensive end right there, and Peters came in with a big hit to finish him off. Great job there with the hard hit on Crockett. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So it'll be 3rd down and long when we come back. But at the first break, Admirals lead 14-7. We'll step away for a brief commercial here.
I moved to Gulfport High School my 10th grade year. I was at another high school freshman year. 10th grade year I was virtual, so I hadn't stepped foot on the campus at all. The teachers, they didn't really even know who I was, but they were very helpful in accommodating anything. It was a hard time for everyone, so they were very helpful. 11th grade year when I finally moved on campus, it was great. Everyone was very supportive of the things I wanted to do. They have a place for everyone to belong, whatever you want to do in life, and it's really great.
All right, we are back for the start of the second quarter. Again, Gulfport leads 14-7. First play will be 3rd and 7 for St. Martin on their own 30. St. Martin's converted 2 of their 4 3rd down attempts so far tonight. It's going to be a short pass, and he's got a lot of room to run. That is a lot of room there for Cameron Romero, who's also been one of their quarterbacks this year. He's finally chased down at the end there. Looks like that was Jaquan Smith maybe there at the end, tackling him down. But that is a huge game for St. Martin. It's going to really flip the field position there. Another 3rd down give up for the Admirals there. Again, something we haven't seen a lot from them this season. That's it. It seems like every week something that we haven't seen comes up, and then we adjust to it. So we'll see if we can continue that in a positive manner tonight. All right, 1st and 10 again for St. Martin on the 29 now. And that's going to be a handoff to number 22, Kevin Reeder. It's his first touch of the evening. And he's going to get about 4 or 5 there before he gets stood up by the Admiral defense. We're going to mark that about the 24-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Motion the tight end across again. Now he's looking for a deep fade down the sideline, and it's going to fall incomplete. Just couldn't quite get the receiver. Just couldn't quite get the adjustment to the ball. That was number 7, Montclair Braves, kind of one of he's really their deep target. Their tallest receiver, the guy they're going to try to see if he can win a physical matchup one-on-one on the outside with him. just couldn't quite get adjusted to the throw and the trajectory of it on that one. So 3rd and 5 here for the Admirals, or for the Admiral defense. St. Martin's converted 3 of their first 5 attempts on 3rd down. They're going to check with the line. Play clock's low, down to 5. And they did not get that all. That's a delay of game on them. They were trying to check. Their coaches are really furious. They were trying to check the play, maybe get a second call in, just couldn't quite get it communicated quick enough there. So that turns this 3rd 5 into longer. Or no, they're going to give them the timeout instead. So no flag, giving them timeout. So it'll still be 3rd and 5 when we come back from that break. Timeouts are brought to you by Sensational Laundromat on Broad Avenue in Gulfport. So 10:41 left in the second quarter. All right, teams are breaking their huddles. We're back to play. Again, it's 3rd and 5 for the Yellow Jackets here on the Gulfport 29. Or 24, sorry. It's going to be Crockett all the way, and he is not going anywhere. Once again, Javon Anderson completely unblocked, it looked like. Made a big play, and there's a flag on this sideline. I don't understand what that – see what that would be. Sideline warning, okay. So sideline warning against us. That's, I believe, 2 weeks in a row we've gotten called for that. But that will not affect the outcome of the play or the down distance. So it'll be about 4th and 6 here for St. Martin. They look like they're prepared to go for it. 4th down defense has been pretty good for Gulfport, kind of like the 3rd down. All right, teams are only 38% converting on it. We faced a lot of 4th downs so far, especially since we've been playing from ahead most of the year. All right, this is Romero in at quarterback now. And there's, let's see, whistle. That's going to be another timeout for St. Martin. Wow, just weren't quite happy with the play they had set up there. They're going to call yet another timeout right there. So teams will huddle up and discuss this 4th down play again. Once again, timeout's brought to you by Sensational Laundromat, which they are getting their money's worth in sponsorship this first half. We had a lot of these breaks so far. All right. While we're discussing this, while the teams are discussing their plays here, quick note, want to give a shout out to our swimmers. We mentioned last week they were at the state championships while we were doing our game with the Iberville. We had two of our swimmers finish 5th place in individual events, so congratulations David Descharnes and CC Sanders finishing 1st in the 100-meter freestyle, both of them. Great job on their season. All right, back to 4th down and 6 here. That's a rollout, and it's going to be intercepted. That is, let's see, that's Trevon Deans there. Kind of a two-way star player for us there. Makes a big interception right there. They just kind of heaved that one up, and he has got the interception for Gulfport. That is our 12th takeaway of the season on defense. And they are fired up on the sideline. He is having a great time with that right there. It's the 4th interception for the team. That's Dean's 2nd of the season. So the Admirals hold tight there and make a stop. We'll be tough field position. We'll be on our own. Let's see. Be starting on our own. Let's see. We're about our own 5 here to start. Sullivan looks to throw. It's a quick. Oh, great catch right there. And that is Cooper Crosby in the open field, and he is dangerous out there. He's got a lot of room to work with. One man trying to catch him, and he is not going to happen. He's going to take it all the way. That is a 98-yard touchdown pass, Sullivan to Crosby. What a great play right there. Cooper Crosby, the one-handed catch over his head. The pass floated a little bit on Sullivan, but once he got a hold of it, it was over with. Too much open space, and he is not going to get caught. 98 yards, that's a sailor's concrete touchdown. And Gulfport extends its lead right away. Tegeter's kick is good, and with 9:49 left, Gulfport leads 21-7. Well, that was our longest play from scrimmage of the season, 98 yards there. That was Sullivan's 10th passing touchdown of the year. I believe that's the second one that Crosby, that's the first one that Crosby's caught. And that would put Cooper over the 1,000-yard all-purpose mark for the season so far. He's close to having 1,000 just rushing, but with his rushing and receiving totals, that's over 1,000. That play put him well over the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Just a kind of a mark of how good of a year he's had. All right, Cardenas was out to kick off that one again, and that is a great one-on-one tackle right there by number 12, Eric Broomfield. Again, good job on special teams of covering these kicks, not letting St. Martin get too much on the return. That kick didn't travel very far, but the return man did not have much room to work with, so the Yellow Jackets will start their next possession on their own 27. St. Martin a little slow to break the huddle here, but here they come, and they're ready. All right, so they've got Crockett in at quarterback again, kind of rotated him and Romero in a little bit tonight. Crockett's going to keep that one. He's going to have a decent pickup on first down, but Trent Pettis is there along with, looks like L.J. Robertson there to make the stop. And it'll be about second and about 6. Crockett takes snap. He's running all the way again. Just straight quarterback power play, and that's not going anywhere. Malachi Bullard and a handful of others there blew that one up. He had nowhere to go. Quarterback runs really their bread and butter staple play, and that's going to be kind of the key defensively is, not letting them get back in this game by putting that to a stop, not letting them break a big play right there. No gain on that one, which means it'll be 3rd and 5. St. Martin 3 out of 6 tonight so far on 3rd downs. And right before that, St. Martin's going to take their 3rd timeout of the half. Timeouts again brought to you by Sensational Laundromat on Broad Avenue in Gulfport, and they continue to get their value for their sponsorship money tonight in this first half. All right. So teams will discuss things again in preparation for this third down. Other notes, GHS cross-country teams had regional championships yesterday and good showings by both. Girls team was runner-up, led by Gianna Morales, who finished 6th overall with a personal best time of 22:04 and was named to the all-region team. And the boys team finished 4th overall, led by Ethan Polk, who had a personal best of 18:59. So great job by the cross-country teams. They've had a great year. Loved getting the updates from them all season long and seeing the progress that they've made. They've really had a good showing consistently all season long. Winter sports start up tomorrow with the Jamborees. They started practice about 2 weeks ago, and Jamborees are there. Soccer teams are at home. Basketball is at Pass. And soccer team kicks off, both soccer teams kick off their seasons Monday night at the Herb against George County. So good luck to them as they start their next seasons. All right, 3rd and 5, back to the action here. And St. Martin's got Romero in at quarterback now. They made a quick change. He's going to roll out, looking for Wiggins, but he decides no, and that one's going to sail. Tried a little levels rollout play there. The lowest guy was the one who seemed to be the most open. He didn't want to go there. There's a holding on St. Martin's going to be declined, so it'll be 4th and 6. And it looks like they're bringing out the punt team. That punt is straight up in the air and headed towards the sideline, and that's going to go out right around midfield. DeCorian Payton's not going to have a chance to return that one. It was Leighton Wilson punting for St. Martin. He just got straight up underneath that ball, hit it really high up, and Gulfport's going to have great field position to start this next possession here. All right, they're going to spot it on the St. Martin 46. And that's where we'll see the Admiral offense come out again. Our Admiral offense buzzing along so far tonight, 161 yards, still early second quarter. Sullivan's back to pass. He's looking for Christian Burks for the first time tonight, and he has made that catch. Good ball right there. Got a touch on it. Good over-the-shoulder catch by Burks. That ball is going to be on the 10-yard line, and the Admirals are ready for the hurry-up, ready to take it to him. Back in the Citizens Bank red zone. So it's 1st and goal. Crosby's going to get the handoff. He's breaking forward, break one tackle, runs over the safety, and in the process getting down to about the 2. So it'll be 2nd and goal there. Another quick play to him, and St. Martin done a good job of wrapping him up so far on these runs. Just can't quite get the opening on the handoffs. There's one big play, of course, coming through the passing game. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and goal from about the 2. Oh, we had a flag on that. Okay. So the flag will move it just a hair closer to the line. We'll have the ball on the 1 now. And it will remain 2nd down. There's a quick handoff run, and that is DeCorian Payton, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. Looks like no. Well, one guy looked like he was about to signal it, and then he didn't. Let's see. And they're spotting that about as close to the goal line as you can get without putting it in. Sullivan pulls it, hands it. Oh, no, he pulls the hand off, flips it out to DeCorian Payton in the flat, and that will be a touchdown for Gulfport. And I don't know, he didn't do anything wrong on the flag. That'll be the fourth time tonight, a Sales Concrete touchdown for the Admirals. That's the second through the air for Sullivan. Okay, penalties against St. Martin. I was going to say, DeCorion ran towards the back official and put the ball on the ground. There was nothing that seemed to approach any kind of celebration penalty or anything like that. No, they did call him. Wow, that's one we'll have to go back and watch later. That was didn't seem to be too much there. Anyways, Tegeter is on for the extra point. And he strikes another good one, 4 for 4 on the night. So with 6:46 to go, Gulfport leads St. Martin 28-7. There. All right. Kickoff's going to get backed up to the 25, so Cardenas going to have a little extra room to work with here. It looks like Coach Pennick's still trying to get some explanation from the officials on this one. All right, that conversation's been resolved for the moment, and Cardenas is on for another kickoff here. He's going to strike this one hard and low down the middle, and St. Martin's going to field it on the run. They're going to get good field position there. That was Yusuf Colding get on the return, and he's going to get that just short of midfield. They're going to get a little bit of help from the penalty there. All right, so we're about just short of halfway through the second quarter, 28-7 Gulfport. St. Martin coming back out on the field for their next drive. Ball on their own 49. Good field position after the penalty, after that touchdown. And they're going to have Romero in at quarterback here for this one. They've been rotating between him and Crockett all night. And that's who he's going to hand it off to is Crockett. He trips up a little bit, but manages to keep his balance, and that's Amaja Frederick. And Eric Brumfield just kind of holding on for dear life there. It's a good pickup there for Crockett. He's going to get about 8 on that play. All right, second and short here for St. Martin. Romero back in at quarterback again. It's another handoff to Crockett. He's looking for a hole. He's not going to get it. Malachi Bullard's going to get around him and bring him down for another tackle for a loss tonight. That's his second of the evening. So that's going to cost St. Martin 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Take a real quick short huddle right there and get the line. Romero still quarterback in here. They're going to check with the coaching staff. This is something they've struggled with tonight. You know, it's not necessarily a noise factor or anything. They've struggled a little bit with the communication. Play clock down to 3, but they get the snap off. Romero's going to roll out. And that's, almost intercepted. That was Zaylen Smith right in the hands, just couldn't quite get a hold of it. And he is just beside himself. He knows that was a chance to make a big play. His teammates are kind of giving it to him a little bit as well. But it is a third down stop. Would be cautious about the fake punt here, though. That, again, St. Martin did try one around this spot on the field against Biloxi last week. Tried to throw it with the punter, so we'll see. Gulfport plays it safe. Kicks away. He's hit that one a little bit better than the last one, but it's still going to go out of bounds. They're not going to give Corian another shot at a return. And that's going to be marked at about the 15. So Admiral defense does a great job not letting St. Martin get anything out of that favorable field position. And the Admiral offense, which has been clicking really well since that first few plays, is going to come back out a little more room to work with this time. Sullivan and Crosby in the backfield start this one. Sullivan's going to take the snap. He's looking for the pass, and it's a little overthrown. He's looking there for DeCorian Payton, kind of a short corner route right there. Just wasn't quite there. Throw is always going to be a little bit high. So that'll fall harmlessly incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Peyton's going to motion across. Sullivan fakes the handoff to him, rolls out, and that's going to fall incomplete. Christian Burks with the target there. Looked like the defender just got to the ball and maybe knocked it off a little bit, made it too hard to catch there. So 3rd and 10 now for Gulfport. 3rd and long not been super favorable for Gulfport this year. When they had 10 or more to go, they're only about 35%. So not been quite as good. St. Martin is they're running people on and off the field. It's a lot of confusion. There's a flag down here on the side judge, and that is going to be a penalty against the Yellow Jackets. So that'll shorten this one up. So it'll be 3rd and 5 now after the substitution penalty. Make it a little bit more favorable for Gulfport. Although that said, that 3rd and mid-range, that 4, 5, 6 yards has been a real struggle for us throughout the season as well. And there's going to be another flag. Both sides pointing on the other, but that's going to be called on Gulfport. So those 5 yards are going to go right back. And that was right tackle that jumped early on that one. So penalties cancel them out. We're back where we were just a minute ago, 3rd and 10. Sullivan's going to roll and pitches it out on the option to Crosby. Crosby's got a little bit of room to work with. He's just got tripped up. Looks like he's going to fall about a yard short right there. Had some room to work with, just couldn't quite keep himself off the ground. It's going to be 4th and 1. Kind of an interesting decision here. It's 4th and 1. Gulfport's going to go for it, even they're deep in their own territory. Right, both backs are, now Payton's goes out to the slot. So it's Sullivan and Crosby in the backfield. And with 10 seconds left on the play clock, Coach Payne's going to call a timeout, and we're going to discuss this one a little further here. Once again, timeout's brought to you by Sensational Laundromat. On 4th downs, haven't had a ton of attempts, but been fairly good in the short yardage ones. Sullivan's flanked by the 2 running backs. And gives the handoff, and that was DeCorian Payton with the handoff, and he is going to get it and move those chains forward. It's a Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down. Wasn't the biggest game, but it was enough, and now the Admirals are in hurry-up mode. Sullivan's going to hand that one off and just continues not really be any running room there for Crosby tonight. St. Martin's really keyed in on him when he's in the backfield, not really letting him get anywhere other than the one pass play. But on the ground, he has really been stifled tonight by St. Martin's front few. 2nd and 10, as we're about 3.5 minutes left in the half. Sullivan brings Peyton back in to the backfield, pulls it, and he's going to throw it to, let's see, that is turning into a big gain right there. That is number 26, Caleb Parrish. And he's fumbled it right at the last second. It's going to be a turnover. It's Caleb Parrish, one of his first plays that he's really had a chance to make a big play on this season. He had a huge gain. Got down inside the 30, but the ball got ripped out at the last second. So another turnover for the Admirals. And St. Martin's going to get the ball back. Tough. That was about a 50-yard gain they had set up right there, but ends in a turnover. St. Martin takes over on their own 29. All right, they got Crockett in the backfield here. And it's going to be quarterback run yet again. He's starting to lose running room right there. Malachi Bullard, L.J. Robertson really closing up those holes on him. Run room hadn't quite been as wide open for him these last few drives as it was early on. Gulfport's done a good job adjusting already so far tonight. So no gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Now Romero's back at quarterback. And he's looking to throw, but he's going to run. He's got a little bit of an opening, and he slides after about a 5-yard gain. Andre Peters looked like he was ready to make a big hit, and Romero hit the deck and didn't want anything to do with it. But it'll be about 3rd and 5 now. St. Martin 3 for 8 on 3rd downs. They have been stopped on 4 straight now by Gulfport. Let's see if we can make it 5 straight here. Romero's going to roll to his left, and he's looking to run the whole way, and he is not going to get anything. That's going to be about a 2-yard loss right there. He got hit hard right behind the line of scrimmage. And I believe we just called a timeout to stop the clock. Yes. Yeah, there's just under 2 minutes left. We're going to burn, I believe it's our 2nd timeout that we used. So that'll put St. Martin in punting situation there, 4th and about 6. Give us another shot at offense. That is our last timeout, actually, according to the scoreboard now. Once again, timeouts are brought to you by Sensational Laundromat. They have got their money's worth. All 6 timeouts on the first half board got used right there. So. Corian Payton back to return this one again. We'll see if they kick it out of bounds or they give him another chance here. This one is also going to go out of bounds to the other side of the field this time. And Gulfport's going to get the ball around their own 45 is where it's going to be marked. It's be a good situation for us to work on here. We haven't had tons of 2-minute drill type situations here. We got 141 to work with, no timeouts. Clock does stop for a brief moment on first downs, of course. So we'll see if we get some work on situation we haven't had many reps on so far this year. Just 2-minute drill, hurry up. We do a lot of hurry up, but a lot of it's voluntary, just to put the defense on their heels. So we'll see what we come up with here on the offensive side of the ball. Good field position to start. Almost got 4 wide, 3 on the wide side of the field. Crosby's in the backfield with Sullivan. And it's going to be a wide receiver screen to Corian Payton, but the ball is thrown a little high and could have been a disaster there, but he tipped it over the St. Martin defender, and that's going to fall incomplete. So a little out of sync there on that wide receiver screen pass there that they had set up, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Sullivan's going to check back with the line, getting Crosby loaned back with him. Yeah, Deans, Payton, and Parrish on the wide side. Burks by himself on the other. It's going to be a handoff to Crosby, and he's got a little room to work with, but not a ton. So it'll be 3rd and about 6. 3rd and 7 with that mark. Gulfport's going to get set quick here. So we're down under 120 to go in the half. Got plenty of time left on the play clock, so they check. Sullivan's back now, ready to go. He looks to pass. He's looking for Burks on the out route, and he's got him. Good strike right on the money right there. And that'll be another Horn Custom Jewelry first down for Gulfport. And now they're rolling. Now we get into the hurry up. Ball's inside the 40. They're going to check again. Clock did stop. Well, no, they said he went out of bounds going backwards, so the clock is still running. I don't know why. Coach Pinnock seems pretty upset. He thought, the guy went out of bounds. But Parrish motions across. Sullivan's going to run it. A little bit of an opening there. And we'll see if he can get out of bounds. He does, and that will stop the clock. Coach Pinnock's still very irate. He thought we lost about 10 seconds that we shouldn't have when Burks went out of bounds, but looks like that argument's not going to be won. It's about a 3-yard pickup there for Sullivan. Looks to pass here on 2nd down, and that is intended for Payton, and it's going to be a contested ball, and looks like St. Martin's going to come away with it. I just floated it down to the seam to Corian Payton. He's going to lose the battle for that ball. And that's going to be another turnover for Gulfport. As big as the score differential is, it's really a not clean game we've played so far. That's our 3rd turnover of the evening. So another missed opportunity there, 30 seconds left. And St. Martin has no timeout, so don't presume they'll do too much with it, given the field position they're inside their own 10. But another missed opportunity for the Admirals. I mean, it seems silly to say you're up by 21 going into the half, but definitely could be a lot more. Crockett takes a snap, and he's going to basically get back to the line of scrimmage. That was a good tackle there by Peters. We're under 20 seconds and running. And that'll be it. Those last few seconds will tick away, and we are at halftime. Gulfport leads St. Martin 28-7. Stick with us to watch the halftime ceremonies. Going into the halftime ceremonies real quick, just want to have a quick note. Our band performance, they're not going to do their usual show, but I do want to give them a shout out and credit. Last week they were at competition in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, placed 3rd there. 2 weeks ago at the state evaluations, they received all superior rating for the 41st consecutive year. So great job by the band so far. Again, not doing the show tonight because of the halftime ceremonies, but when they do performed their shows, they've had a really enthusiastic response from the crowd, something I haven't really seen before in a lot of years of watching our games. So great job by them. But again, it's 28-7 at halftime. We'll have the halftime ceremonies here broadcast for you. But we'll step away and let you enjoy that. Again, 28-7 at halftime here at Milner Stadium on homecoming night.
Please welcome Miss Vashti Christian Ryan, freshman A. Our final freshman A is Miss Piper Sullivan. Piper is the daughter of Michael and Rebecca Sullivan. She is being escorted by her father, Mr. Michael Sullivan. In 8th grade, Piper was in the National Junior Honor Society and the Public Relations Director of Student Council. She also received the Scott Kenneth Peterson Memorial Award, and in soccer she received the Most Improved and the Lady Admiral Soccer Award. She is currently a Lady Admiral Soccer and softball player. Piper is also a member of the Empower Her Society and SCA. She attends Crossword Church, where she is active in the youth group and serves in children's ministries.
I have it
She
on.
hopes to attend Liberty University and study theology at the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary in order to become a youth pastor. Please welcome your final freshman aide, Miss Piper Sullivan. Please welcome our sophomore aides for 2024. Our first sophomore aide is Miss Kai Davis, daughter of Dr. Andre Davis. She is being escorted tonight by her cousin, Captain Reginald Davis Jr. Kai is a member of the GHS Student Council, Beta Club, and Interact Club. She is also on the varsity cheer team. Outside of school, Kai is the 2025 Miss Gulf Coast Team All-American. She attends church at the Victory International Christian Center. After she graduates, Kai would like to attend either Jackson State University or Louisiana State University and become a neurologist. Please welcome to our first sophomore aide, Miss Kai Davis. Our next sophomore aide is Miss Camille Jeanette Abel. Camille is the daughter of Corey and Sarah. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Corey. Camille is on the honor roll and is a member of Beta Club and the Interact Club. She is also on the varsity golf team. She attends St. James Catholic Church and serves on the league team. Please welcome sophomore aide, Miss Camille Jeanette Abel. Our next sophomore aide is Miss Presley Blunt, the daughter of Preston and Rolanda Blunt. Presley is being escorted by her father, Mr. Preston Blunt. In 9th grade, Presley was on the honor roll and a freshman homecoming game. She was also chosen as a 9th grade class favorite. Presley is on the Lady Admiral basketball team.
No,
She is
I
also
think it's,
on the yearbook staff.
you could probably back up a little
After
bit.
graduating, Presley plans to attend open school and become an oncologist. Please welcome sophomore aide, Miss Presley Blunt. Our final sophomore aide is Miss Kira Gabrielle Pearson. She is the daughter of Stacy Pearson. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Mr. Stacy Pearson. Kira is a member of the varsity cheer team, ski club, and a discus thrower on Gulfport High track team. She is also in the Pink Pearl Youth Service Group. She attends Morning Star Baptist Church, where she is a praise dancer and a youth choir member. After graduating, Kira plans to continue her passion for cheer by cheering at Alcorn State University and major in education. Please welcome your final sophomore aide, Miss Kira Gabrielle Pearson. Please welcome your junior aide for 2024. Our first junior aide is Miss Nadia Butler, daughter of Dwight and Kennedy. She is being escorted by her father tonight, Mr. Dwight Butler. Nadia was a student council member in her 9th grade year and is now a member of the team club. She is also on the Lady Admiral softball team and has a 3.2 GPA. Outside of school, Nadia is an active member and treasurer of the youth auxiliary group, the Architects of Zeta Phi Beta. She attends the First Missionary Baptist Church in Hillsborough, and after graduation, Nadia plans to attend FAMU to play softball and eventually become a pharmacist. Please welcome your first junior aide, Miss Nadia Butler. Our next junior aide is Miss Kylie Camaro. She is the daughter of Canova Fairley and LaPortia Fairley. Tonight, Kylie is being escorted by her father, Mr. Canova Fairley. Kylie is not only a member of Youth Legislature, Friends Club, Interact Club, and Key Club, she has helped historically empower her society this year. Kylie is also a GHS student ambassador and a member of the Gulfport Zeta Phi Beta Architects. She is an active youth member of Northwood Church who plans to attend Auburn University and become an obstetrician. Please welcome junior aide, Miss Kylie Cabrera. Our next junior aide is Miss Ashira Peters. She is the daughter of Taranthia Peters and James and Denisha Carter. Ashira is being escorted tonight by her father, Mr. James Carter. As a current member of the varsity cheer team, a dedicated student council member, and an active participant in the Educators Rising Club, Ashira exemplifies commitment and leadership. Outside of school, Ashira is a member of the Pink Pearl Youth Service Group and Golden Storm Dance Team. Ashira attends Little Rock Missionary Baptist Church and is a dedicated youth member who is involved in both the dance auxiliary and youth choir. She plans to attend Alcorn State University and be part of the cheer or dance
junior maid, Miss Ashara Peters. Our final junior maid is Miss Mia Uresti. She is the daughter of Arturo Uresti Jr. and Jamie Uresti. Mia is being escorted by her father, Mr. Arturo Uresti. Mia is a member of Key Club, the student athletic leadership team, and Gulfport Conservative Club. She is also on our GHS weightlifting team and placed first in her weight class at the state championship. She received a Super 12 medal for being the strongest lifter in the 114 weight class football. Please welcome your final junior maid, Miss Mia Uresti. Please welcome your senior maids for 2023. Our first senior maid is Miss Sony B, the daughter of Dr. Leila Mahadur and Dr. Vernon B. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Dr. Vernon B. Sony is a 6-year member of the varsity tennis team. She is the president of Skills USA, the 2nd-year president of DECA, and the vice president of the Key Club. Sony is also a member of Youth Legislature, Model UN, Student Athletic Leadership Team, National Honor Society, Interact Club, and Conservative Club. She serves as media manager for the boys soccer team, is on the superintendent's advisory committee, is a GHS ambassador, and is also on the mayor's youth advisory board. Sony has been on the yearbook staff for 4 years and is the senior editor. She is in her 2nd year of the culinary arts program and is the founder of the nonprofit organization Admirals for Admirals. She attends the First Presbyterian Church in Gulfport. After graduation, Sony plans to major in marketing, entrepreneurship, and the minor in business. She is thankful for the amazing relationships and opportunities that Gulfport High School has given her for the past 4 years. She couldn't be more thankful for her friends, family, teachers, DHS administration, and God for being there for her every step of the way. Please welcome your first senior maid, Miss Sony B. Our next senior maid is Miss Tatiana Coleman. Tatiana is the daughter of Joe and Sarah Coleman. She is being escorted tonight by her older brother, Mr. Joshua Coleman. Tatiana is a member of the GHS Book Club and the National Hispanic Honor Society. She is also an honor student, and she attends church at First Baptist Biloxi. Tatiana plans to attend the University of Mississippi and enroll in the 3+3 program to attend law school, following her bachelor's degree. She is thankful to the Lord who continues to guide her and thankful for the people who have continuously supported her, including her parents, teachers, and students. Please welcome your senior maid, Miss Tatiana Coleman. Our next senior maid is Miss Sahara Cooper. She is the daughter of Uche Apology and Amelia Cooper. Tonight she is being escorted by her father, Mr. Uche Apology. Sahara was on the Lady Admiral Junior Varsity Volleyball team for 1 year and the varsity volleyball team for 2 years. She is a varsity track and field team captain and a state champion. In 2023, she was the 6A long jump state champion, and in 2024, she was the 7A long jump and the triple jump state champion. Sahara is also a member of SALT, Key Club, Blue Alpha Theta, the International Thespian Society, and both the National Technical Honor Society and the National Honor Society. She is an AP scholar and the vice president of Hospitality for DECA. She attends Our Lady of Guadalupe Church in New Orleans, and after graduation, Sahara plans to attend Mississippi State and major in architecture and interior design. She also wants to remind everyone that we only live every day once, so don't fail to smile, laugh, and rejoice in every fleeting moment, and create a abundance of memories. Please welcome your senior maid, Miss Sahara Cooper. Senior maid, Miss Life Given Lewis, is the daughter of Teddy Ron Lewis and Shannon Patrice Coleman. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Teddy Ron Lewis. Life is the Gulfport High School Student Council President and the Vice President of Educators' Rights. She is also a member of Key Club, the Empower Her Society, Youth Legislature, the National Honor Society, and the National Technical Society. Life represents her school by being on the GHS powerlifting team since 10th grade and being a current member of the GHS Ambassadors, the CTE Advisory Board, Advanced Theater, and Gulfport Admiral Ocean Kingdom. She also maintains over a 3.6 GPA. Life attends both Northwood Church and the New Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church. After graduation, she plans to enlist in the Air Force and be fulfilled. Life wants to thank God for allowing her to still be here today and wants everyone to know that we all have a purpose in this world and not to give up. She loves you all. Please welcome senior maid, Miss Life Lewis. Our next senior maid is Miss Mackenzie Lewis, the daughter of Lily Maurice and Michael Lewis. Mackenzie is being escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Michael Lewis. She is a member of National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, and COSA. She is also the GHS Student Council Secretary She's also part of the 30 Plus ACT Club and AP Scholar with Honors. After graduation, McKinsey plans to go to a four-year university and study kinesiology. She is thankful to those in her life who pushed her to be better and made her into the person she is today, especially her parents who make everything possible. Please welcome your senior maid, Miss Mackenzie Lewis. Our final senior maid is Miss Cheyenne McVeigh. Cheyenne is the daughter of Mr. Larry McVeigh II and Miss Sonora McVeigh. Since her father works overseas, she is being escorted tonight by a surrogate family member, Mr. Ryan Gold. Cheyenne is a member of T Club, Interact Club, Skills USA, and Power Her Society, and the Cotillion Club of Denver. She is also a GHS ambassador and a member of youth legislature at Walton Union, where she was an officer serving as editor. She is on the board and is a publicist for the Gulfport High Theater and Thespian Department. She will be inducted into the National Hispanic Honor Society this year and is currently working with Dr. Gibson to start a junior philanthropist foundation at Gulfport High. Cheyenne attends Crosspoint Church in Gulfport, and after graduation, she plans to study marine biology at the University of Southern Mississippi. Cheyenne would like to thank her father, Larry McVeigh, for how much he sacrifices working overseas to provide for her family. Even though he couldn't be here today, he has been incredibly supportive of every single part of this amazing experience. She would also like to give a special thanks to the class of 2025, every teacher she's ever had, and her beautiful women. She would like to thank you all for making high school the best year of her life. She plans to remember these moments forever. Please welcome our final senior maid, Mrs. Cheyenne McVeigh.
Boy, they just step right in front of me, huh?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to announce the 2024 Gulfport High School Homecoming Queen, Miss Sully Beeman.
All right, Admiral fans, welcome back. It is just about time to start the second half. We got about a minute and a half left on the countdown timer. Glad you're joining us tonight. Again, it is homecoming. Congratulations to the 2024 homecoming queen of Gulfport High School, Miss Sunny Beeman. And it's well to all the other maids from the various classes we have here. One of the great things about that always, is they're doing the parade around the field, making the walk down the 50-yard line, all the accomplishments, all the things they're involved with, all the awesome things that these young ladies are doing really gives you a good sense about the future of our community, something that we get every day working at the school. But great to see that. There's a huge crowd here tonight. Once again, we've had great attendance all year long, and great way to display, again, the future of our community is in good hands with these young people that we have here. Quick look at the halftime stats. Gulfport has 289 yards of offense, 209 through the air, 80 on the ground. They do have 2 turnovers, which has really kept this game from getting even further. It's a 28-7 lead. Yes, it's a big lead, but feels like it could be bigger, and it's still just not quite put away just yet. Dane Sullivan, 6 for 11 through the air, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. About half of that came on the one catch and run by Cooper Crosby that went for 98 yards. He's got two touchdowns, 1 interception. On the ground, DeCorian Payton, 5 carries for 54 yards, 1 touchdown. Crosby's been held to just 8 carries for 23 yards and a score. He is the leading receiver in terms of yardage, though, with that 198-yard touchdown catch he made earlier. Christian Burks has 3 catches for 60 yards to add. St. Martin's offense, 96 total yards, 5 first downs. Gulfport's held them to 3 for 9 on third down. They only had 44 yards through the air, 52 on the ground. So both well below what our defense is typically allowing. So good job so far from the defense. They gashed us a few times early on the quarterback run, but we seem to have adjusted out of that and look ready to proceed with the second half. Gulfport will receive the kickoff for the second half, so we'll start back on offense and look to build on this 21-point lead we built early in the game. Kick is away, and that is going to go out of bounds. So Gulfport will start with decent field position. We'll be on our own 35 to begin this one. Once again, just kind of wrapping up the thoughts from the halftime, especially since it's homecoming. Any alumni that don't watch normally, that want to tune in for tonight. There's great things happening every day at Gulfport High School, and you can follow along with those on our school's Facebook page, Gulfport High School – Academic Institutes at Gulfport, where you'll find student accomplishments, club activities, and our weekly newsletter, The Admiral Anchor. You can also follow WGTV Broadcasting for links to live streamed events and episodes of Admiral Ocean, our school's weekly program. We had a new episode this morning, and it was some really awesome stuff that's going on in the classrooms. Our health science kids learning to do sutures. Law and Public Safety did a crime scene analysis. Really cool stuff here. Sullivan's back to pass on the first play of the second half, and he's scrambling to the right, and that pass is going to get knocked down. That was Xavier Wiggins, who's two-way player for St. Martin, batted that pass down, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Sullivan checks with the line, puts Peyton in motion, and that's going to be a sweep handoff. And Peyton's got a little room to work with here. Gets past one man, and he's got some room down the sideline. Gets chased out of bounds around the St. Martin 40s. That's going to be a Horn Custom Jewelry first down early here in the half, and it looks like the Admirals are going to hurry-up mode. You love seeing that. We get that first down of a drive, and everybody starts sprinting, gets in a hurry, gets going quick. This is going to be a handoff to Crosby, and that's going to pick up about 4 yards. And he's not necessarily having a bad game, but definitely not necessarily the numbers he's normally getting, not really had the holes that he's used to running through so far. He's going to get another – no, Sullivan actually pulls that one, and he's going to be pressured heavily, gets knocked down to the ground. He's frustrated with himself. That ball is going to fall short. Intended for DeCorian Payton again. So it'll be 3rd and 7 here early in this third quarter. thing about Sullivan, he's a super competitive kid. Wears his emotion on his sleeve sometimes, really frustrated after that one. But he's done a great job this year of bouncing back after bad plays, making a good throw when we need. Fakes the handoff to Crosby, and that pass looked like it might have gotten deflected by the rusher in there, just sailed out of play. Definitely got pressured again heavily there, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 7. Admirals is going to leave the offense on the field in positive territory. Not a ton of yards to go. Defense has been playing a good game, so going to stick with it. You're going to check back, plenty of time on the play clock here. Sullivan's going to take the snap, drop back, looks, he sees his man. That's Christian Burks, and he has got it. That out route is working tonight. Right on the money. They are in sync on that route tonight. It's going to be about a 12-yard gain and another Horn Custom Jewelry first down. Admirals get to the line quick. Sullivan looking to pass again. He's going to roll right, and he's just going to sail that one. There's a flag there. I'm not sure who we're going to call that on. It's going to be defensive holding. They're going to say Burks wasn't able to get out of his route. So that'll move the ball forward for the Admirals, but we're going to stop for a moment. There's the Yellow Jacket down. Big defensive lineman, Kagan Lyman, got shook up on that one, so players walk over to get some water while he's getting help. While we're in this timeout break again, mentioned new episode of Admiral Ocean, our school's weekly news program dropped this morning. Just some things you'd see on that, just maybe pique your interest. Our health science classes they had a segment about them learning about doing sutures with local dermatologists. The law and public safety class did a simulation of processing a crime scene, and our business marketing class is participating currently in the stock market game, learning a little bit more about the stock market and investing and all that comes with that. Also, it had a segment on the newest club at Gulfport High School, the Empower Her Society, which was mentioned several times over the PA during the homecoming presentation. Several of the girls that are involved in starting that were maids tonight. All right, after the penalty, the ball is going to move up to the 17. We are in the Citizens Bank red zone for the first time this second half. It'll be 1st and 10 for Gulfport there. Peyton's going to come across in motion behind Sullivan. He's going to get the swing pass. He's going to get it and makes a man miss, and now he's got blockers in front. Austin Porter on the block there. The pancake block that to boot, and that's going to put the ball down to about the 8-yard line, and Sullivan keeps it after the faking the handoff. He's rolling. He's heavy pressure. Ooh, risky throw there, trying to hit Burks back towards the pylon, and St. Martin defender just about had their hands on it. Had a real tight window to try to fit that pass in. Sullivan went for it, and fell incomplete harmlessly, but by a hair. So this will be 2nd and goal from about the 7 here. Admirals are 3 for 3 in the red zone tonight. All touchdowns. Sullivan drops a pass. He's trying to hit Burks on the slant, and that's going to be pass interference. This is number 7, Montclair Brave. He's a two-way player for St. Martin, receiver and defensive back. Tight coverage on Burks, just a split second too early, hitting him in the hands, trying to defend that pass. right, so that'll move the ball to the 3. It'll still be second down. Goal to go. Peyton comes in motion, so now now Crosby goes out wide. Handoff goes to Corian Payton. He's charging forward. Looks like he's right on the goal line. They're going to say he got stopped just a hair short. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. One thing we'll credit St. Martin on, they have not made these short yardages easy. We've picked up some of them, but they have done a good job of standing tough on the goal line so far tonight. All right, Sullivan brings Peyton back in. The handoff's going to go to Crosby, and he is going to dive across the gap. And he is in the end zone once again tonight. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown, 3rd total. There's another flag after the play. That'll be offset and unsportsmanlike conducts, one on both teams. I think Christian Burks, that wide receiver, is the one that got called for it for Gulfport. But the touchdown stands, and Grayson Taylor is out for the point after. And this will get flagged. There's a pre-snap penalty there. And indication is that is against St. Martin. So offsides on them. That'll move it forward 1 step. We'll reset and kick again. Yeah, it looks like we're going to decline that penalty, actually. Coach Pink's out on the field talking to him. I think he's don't want to make this kick too close, get a little uncomfortable there, so they're going to leave it where it is. Cardenas, the holder, is going to stay back on the 10-yard line. Taylor's kick is up and good. 5 for 5 on the night. So with 9:50 to go, it is Gulfport 35, St. Martin 7. After Cooper Crosby's 2nd rushing touchdown, 3rd total of the night. Touchdowns again sponsored by Salus Concrete. And Gulfport expands their lead on the first possession of this second half. I'd like to remind you, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Harborview Oral and Facial Surgery Center. Contact them for all of your oral surgery needs at 228-867-0121. Their office hours are Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Fridays from 8 to 12:30 p.m. Kickoff is away. St. Martin's running back. There's a broken tackle there. Cordarius Payton, he's the first guy down. Missed a tackle, but he's going to recover and help get a half a tackle credit there, along with number 41, Cooper Gowan. And St. Martin, for all the work of breaking a tackle, they're going to get that ball to start right on their own 20. We're going to give them progress, give them about the 23-24 to start. So Gulfport will be on defense for the first time this second half. Again, gave up points first, really technically the second possession they were on the field for, but have really stopped St. Martin since. They're going to start with Crockett in the backfield. He's going to he is going to hand off, and that is number 6, Sonny Richard Scott, getting his first touch of the game, but he is not going to get much of anything there. Christian Hughes made the tackle there on the jet sweep, and it's going to pick up maybe a yard and a half at best. So it'll be about 2nd and 9. And they've got, they're going to leave Crockett at quarterback here. Again, they've been rotating between him and Romero, number 14, most of the night. Crockett's going to hand off that time. That was number 22, Kevin Reeder, with the carry, but he is not going to go anywhere either. Looked like that was DeSolomon Stallion getting his first hit of the night. Had a big game last week, had 8 tackles, several for a loss. He's made several really big plays. He's not a high-volume tackler, but he's made some huge plays in key moments this year. Had a couple 4th down stops that he's made big plays on. That's his first one of the night. Good to see him getting involved. All right, 3rd and long. They're going to hand off once again to Reeder, and he's going to be stopped by a whole host of Admirals there, and he's not going to get much of anything on that one either. All right, so St. Martin unable to really move the ball on that drive, and they are back to punt. Admirals have Decorion Payton back again to return, but they've been kicking out of bounds ever since his one big return he had earlier tonight. Play clock reset, and now we are. All right. Wilson's punt is away. This one stays in bounds, but isn't going to be returned. It's going to be down to about the Admiral 32. So that's where we'll start our next possession. All right, the Admiral offense is back at it. Sullivan and Crosby in the backfield, 4 receivers. And tight end Steven Stewart's going to come in motion and set up the blocks. Cooper's going to get the ball, and he's going to get about another yard, 2 yards here. Again, just not a lot of running room for him tonight. I'll credit him for right at 2 yards or so there. Ball's on the 34 now. Fake the handoff. This is Trevon Dean's on the post, and it just couldn't hang on. Hit him right in the hands, and he just couldn't quite get a handle on it. Great play there on the design. Great call. Just couldn't quite execute at the last minute there. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Gulfport. Payton comes across in motion, and they're going to check with the sidelines. 12 seconds left on the play clock, so we got a little bit to work with here. And can't quite get it. Coach Pinnock looks real frustrated. They're going to burn their first timeout of the half. Timeout's brought to you by Sensational Laundromat over here on Broad Avenue in Gulfport. Offense couldn't quite get figured out what they wanted to, couldn't quite get it all communicated in, so we'll have to burn one right there. While we're at the break, reminder, you can keep up with all things related to Gulfport Admirals athletics by following the Gulfport Athletic Department on Facebook, as well as our athletic director, Matt Walters, on Twitter and Instagram at @Huya_AD. You can also find each individual team's pages on those platforms for game day posts, schedule announcements, scores, and more. Also, quick, we're still got a quarter and a half left in this game tonight, but look ahead. Next week we will be at Ocean Springs. Kickoff at 7 o'clock as usual, and if you're not going to make the trip, you can, as always, join us here, the WGTV team. We'll be here to broadcast the game for you. It'll be a big one, so don't forget to join us again next week. Crosby motioned out to the wide, and Sullivan is going to get sacked. He just did not see that rusher coming. It was a big guy, number 5, Caleb Estrada, big guy there right through the middle, and Sullivan got a pretty hard hit right there. He's going to be sacked for the first time tonight. And so that will bring out the punting unit for Gulfport. So this will be Jesus Cardenas' first turn to punt tonight. He has had a great season as a punter so far. If you haven't kept up with us, he gets that one away, good spiral on it. St. Martin is not going to return it. It's going to have a favorable roll, and that will help the defense out there. Ball gets down at the 28. Once again, Cordarius Payton, first guy down there every single time. Number 44, always counting him to give a good hustle on special teams. Another good punt from Cardenas, and that'll set up the Admiral defense in a decent position to start their next possession, their next appearance on the field. Yellow Jackets have Cameron Romero back at quarterback now. A lot of motion here. Set up. They're going to fake the jet sweep. No, they are going to jet sweep, and that's not going to go anywhere. He's chased out of bounds by L.J. Robertson and Andre Peters. Maybe for a 1-yard gain at best there. All right, 2nd and 9 for the Yellow Jackets, and they go through their formation shifts again. Romero staying in at quarterback. It's going to be a handoff this time to Kevin Reeder, and he's going to be run out of bounds by Zaylon Smith. It's going to be about a 4-yard pickup or so there. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 5. St. Martin 3 for 10 on 3rd downs. They have been stopped on, I believe, 6 straight coming into this play here. They look like they're having a little trouble getting the personnel they want on the field. But they break the huddle. 10 seconds left on the play clock, so not much to work with. And that is Crockett, and it's going to take the snap that time. He's got a lot of room to work with. Lowers his shoulder on Gulfport defender, gets out of bounds. He's going to have a healthy pickup there, about 12 yards, and that'll be a first down for St. Martin. We'll put St. Martin's offense over the 100-yard mark for the evening. They're just a little bit over that now, 71 of those yards coming on the ground. Crockett's going to stay in at quarterback on 1st and 10 from their own 45 now. He's going to hand off to Reeder again, and he is not going to get anywhere one more time there, and that is L.J. Robertson, along with a few others, making that tackle. Maybe a half-yard gain at best right there. St. Martin not hurrying too much to get back to the line. They break the huddle with just about 8 seconds left on the play clock. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of this game. It's going to be another handoff to Reeder. He breaks through a hole right there. Gets a decent pickup. That's going to be another first down for St. Martin. Tackled by L.J. Robertson and Zaylon Smith. Again, St. Martin kind of slow playing it, using a lot of the play clock. It's under 10 now, and they're still looking for a play. I don't know if they're going to be able to get one in. 5 seconds to go on the play clock, and they're just now getting to the line. They're not. There's no way. Yep. Yeah, I hear the whistles now, and that was – they're going to call timeout. They're going to avoid the penalty there. So timeout for St. Martin. That's their first of the half. Again, timeout's brought to you by Sensational Laundromat. So we'll discuss this one. It'll be another 1st and 10 when we come back. One other note on going on around the school. Last Friday, we had our AIG, which is our junior and senior classes, had their seminars, and we had over 20 Gulfport High School alumni came back for the Alumni Gold Speaker Series to share career advice, talk about their path through their career, give advice to our kids. Huge thanks to all those that came out to that. It was an awesome event, really well received by our students, and they really appreciated the career advice from the Gulfport alumni that came back to share and give back to the school. All right, back to action here. It's 1st and 10 on the Gulfport 44. St. Martin's got the ball. They got Romero in at quarterback now again, and that pass is going to sail incomplete. St. Martin's receiver is down. He got hit pretty hard. That was 40 Christian Hughes got out to cover that swing pass, and he put a pretty solid hit there on Caleb Estrada of St. Martin. He's kind of had to get helped off the field there. So pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. This will be a handoff to Reeder, and he's going to get gang tackled after about a 3-yard pickup. So 3rd down coming up here. All right, 3rd and 8. Again, St. Martin's 4 for 11 on 3rd downs. They converted their last one, but missed on about 6 in a row before that. They go through their formation shift. They got Crockett as the quarterback on this play. We're going to try to run with him again, and he's not going to have as much success as he did on the last one. Admiral swarmed to the ball, do a great job pushing him to the sideline, not letting him get anywhere near open space. And so that'll be another 3rd down stop for them. Looks like the mark they're actually going to call it a loss of a yard. So St. Martin looks like they're going to leave the offense out. Again, 28-point deficit in the second half. Looks like they're going to have to do this, but 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry up and get this one in. Crockett at quarterback again. Heavy formation to the right side. He's going to roll that way. He's going to hit his man on a pass, and that is going to be, I think, just about a yard or 2 short. That was Dax Hill, tight end, that made the catch, but he is not going to get it. Jamarian Davis made the tackle, and that is a 4th down stop for Gulfport. Turnover on downs. So with 11 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, Gulfport's offense going to get back on the field. Starting on our own 36. Sullivan motions Peyton over. He's going to keep it, fake the sweep, keep it, and Sullivan's going to pick up about 4 yards, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd. After a short pickup. So relatively quick quarter there. And as we head to the final quarter break, Gulfport leads 35-7. We'll step away for a commercial break for a quick second, bring you the 4th quarter in a moment.
I moved to Gulfport High School my 10th grade year. I was at another high school freshman year. 10th grade year I was virtual, so I hadn't stepped foot on the campus at all. The teachers, they didn't really even know who I was, but they were very helpful and accommodating anything. It was a hard time for everyone, so they were very helpful. 11th grade year when I finally moved on campus, it was great. Everyone was very supportive of the things I wanted to do. They have a place for everyone to belong, whatever you want to do in life, and it's really great.
All right, we are set for the final quarter of action tonight on homecoming here at Milner Stadium. Gulfport leads 35-7. Had a offensive explosion on a handful of plays, and on others we haven't looked quite as good. So we're going to look to end the night on a positive note for sure here. Again, next week we travel to Ocean Springs, and what'll be the biggest game of the year so far. So we'll want to have some positive momentum headed into that. Sullivan takes a snap. That's a handoff, and there's finally a hole there for Cooper Crosby, and he's got a big game for the first time, but he fumbles the ball at the end. Really, they're going to say he was still up at the end, and that's going to be another turnover for Gulfport. Huge gain, but just not going to be able to hold on to it, and another mistake for the Admirals. Another turnover. That's our fourth of the night. Just not quite playing quite cleanly here. Let's see if we can watch that one again. Man, that was close. Cooper's had that several times this year where he's come really close. He's kind of as he's falling, the ball comes out. So another tough break there for the Admirals. All right. Romero's in at quarterback. He's going to hand off to Reeder, and that's not going to go anywhere. He's going to get about a yard and a half at best there. Again, the Admirals have done a pretty good job outside of a play or two after the first quarter, really snuffing out the run. All right, about 2nd and 8.5 here for St. Martin. They go through their formation shift. Romero's going to take the snap. He fumbles the snap, and he's in a lot of trouble there. He's going to get hit hard. That's to Solomon Stallion and Davion Williams there making the hits. That's going to be a significant loss for them right there. Looked like he just never quite had a handle on the snap on that one, which is something that they have struggled with a little bit this year. So that ball will get pushed back to the 30. It's a 6-yard loss. And that'll force them into a 3rd and long. Got about 14 to go here. Well, St. Martin broke the huddle and then went back into it. Less than 10 on the play clock now. This will be Romero taking the snap again. Low snap. He's going to roll right. He's not throwing at all. He's looking to run the whole time. He's going to pick up a decent bit of yardage, but just not quite what they needed. It's going to shorten up yards to go, but that's about it. It's still going to be about 4th and 5 when it's all said and done. St. Martin's going to leave the offense on the field. As expected, it's 35-7 in the 4th quarter. This will be Romero taking the snap again. No formation shift on that one. He's just going to take the snap, and he is not going anywhere. That was L.J. Robertson, busted right through the gap, hit Romero shortly after the snap, hit his hands, and that's going to be another turnover on downs for the Admirals. Defense, once again, this is several weeks in a row. It's really all 3 district games. Defense gives up a little bit in the first quarter, and then once they figure out the other team's offense, they have really turned it on. Great job of the defensive players, great job of the defensive coach staff. Defensive coordinator Zach Green, great job by them these 3 weeks of district play. All right, Admiral offense has good field position here. Ball's on the 36 to start this drive. Sullivan's going to take it. He's going to look for Christian Burks on the slants. Looks like the throw is a little bit too low. Just didn't drive that throw in. Coach Pinnock really mad about it. Really needed to drive that throw a little firmer into Christian's chest and up and around his hands. Just couldn't quite get it there. All right. 2nd and 10. That's Caleb Parrish coming across in motion. Sullivan's got Peyton in the backfield with him here. He's going to send Peyton out to the other side and fake the throw to him. That ball's going to get batted up in the air, and they're going to rule that a catch? I think so. That's going to be yet another turnover. St. Martin intercepted. The defensive lineman there, that was number 13, Jaden Curtis, got his hand up in the air, batted the ball straight up, and it just kind of fell into his chest as he was laying on the ground. Yet another turnover. That's the 5th turnover of the night for Gulfport. Just a really sloppy game given the circumstances. One thing you always worry about during homecoming week, where's the focus of the team? We've played well in spurts, but not consistently enough. That's a tough break again. Just can't quite put this game out of reach comfortably yet. So the Yellow Jackets get the ball on their own 45. And that'll be a handoff to Reeder, and he's not going to get much of anything. He's going to turn forward for a few more yards. They were able to move the pile a little bit. So that ball's going to be right at the 50. It's about a 5-yard gain. Admiral defense holding St. Martin at just 2.6 yards a carry. So really good job. That was a much higher number at the end of the first quarter. They really turned the screws on to them on defense. Handoff's going to get a Reeder again. He's not going to get nearly as much on this one. He's maybe pick up a yard there. He is still fighting. The pile went still, and they didn't blow the whistle. They're going to let him keep pushing, so it's going to be about a 3 yard gain there. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now. St. Martin's had 1 3rd and short, and they converted it so far tonight. They're going to snap the Crockett. He's going to run. He's getting hit in the backfield again, and that's not going to work. He's going to lose about 2 yards on that play. Good job again by the defense shooting through. So that'll lead to about a 4th and 4, 3.5, 4 there. St. Martin going for it again, 4th and 4 here. Crockett's actually going to hand that one off to Reeder, and that is not going anywhere. Another good stop for the Admiral defense. They have really stifled the run this second half. L.J. Robertson again kind of leading the way on that one, and another turnover on downs. So with 7:07 to go, Gulfport offense will come back out and see once again if they can put the final nail in the coffin on this one tonight. Sullivan's going to swing that one out to Austin Porter. That's his first catch of the night. He's going to fight for some yards, and he's going to pick up a good, healthy chunk right there. It's going to be about a yard short of the first down, but He did a good job of fighting for some extra yards there. There's a flag on the play, though. That came from the far sideline official, and that's going to be an illegal shift on Gulfport. So that'll back it up, make it 1st and 15 from the 43. So negate a good play there by Austin Porter, getting his first touch of the night. So we'll have to do a little extra work here. 1st and 15 on their own 43. Right, offense is looking back for the play call. I got 12 to go on the play clock. Sullivan gets a snap. He's looking. He's going to hit. There he's back to Porter, and it's another healthy pickup. Going to get about 9 yards right there. Make it 2nd and much shorter. Good to see Porter get back involved in the game. He had 4 catches 2 weeks ago against Biloxi, and they were all in huge moments. Not a high volume guy, but the plays he makes tend to be in pretty important moments, and he tends to come through when we need him. All right, 2nd down. There's a handoff, and that is going to be a Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down. Corian Payton on the carry there. Admirals are going to go quick. Porter in motion. That's going to be handoff to Crosby. And he's, again, just can't quite get an opening there. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Sullivan gets the call from the sideline. He snaps, looks to throw, and he's going to run after a couple fakes. Bounces off a tackler. Wow. St. Martin safety came down, thought just, shoulder check would knock him down, but he did not. Dane just kind of spun off of it, stayed on his feet, and he's going to make that a good run for a Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down. Admirals get set quick. Parrish comes across in motion. That's going to be a handoff to Corian Payton, and he's got decent gain there for a few yards. So looking at about 2nd and 7. Tight end Steven Stewart comes across in motion, and Sullivan's going to go out, pitches it to Payton. Good block from Caleb Parrish. Oh, he's going to get flagged for it, though. Payton gets a healthy pickup, gets pushed out of bounds around the 10, but looks like this one's going to come back. Caleb Parrish had a block. See wide receiver coach Rashad Floyd down there arguing. He had the right positioning on it, but that one's going to get brought back. So we'll see where they spot it. It's going to be 2nd and long way to go here for the Admirals. All right, so they'll put it on the 35, so we're looking at 2nd and 17. Right at 4:40 to go left in this game, but you can tell Gulfport offensively really trying to finish this game on a high note after a couple disappointing plays here in the 2nd half. Handoffs to Payton. He's going to churn forward for a few. Push through some tackles. Good tough run there to pick up a handful, but still going to leave us with a 3rd and long. All right. 3rd down, 13 to go. Another low snap from Sullivan. He's going to throw it. He's wide open. Going to broken play. That's Caleb Parrish, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, how's that for some improvisation there? Low snap. Sullivan really close to having his knee down when he picked that ball back up. Found a hole going forward. Looked like he was going to run, and then at the last second just kind of flipped it to Parrish. Looked like maybe as that play broke down, defensive coverage just didn't quite stick with it, but in the end, that's a Salis Concrete touchdown. And Tegeter is on for a 6th extra point attempt tonight. Tegeter hits it good. He's 6 for 6 on the evening, and with 3:55 to go in this one, Gulfport leads 42-7, and that clock is going to continue to run with a 35-point deficit. Well, after that drive, that puts Dane Sullivan 10 for 22, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the night. Puts the Admirals over the 400-yard mark offensively. And for Caleb Parrish, first touchdown of the year. All right, he's up to 81 yards. 2 catches, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Definitely his biggest game of the year so far. Carter Platt on to kick off for the second time tonight, right around the 3-minute mark to go. And he hits this one pretty solid, and St. Martin's going to have to retreat to catch it. They're on the return from about their own 4. And they're going to get a decent return out to about the 33. Looked like that was Alex Waldy, number 25, making the tackle. So right about the 2-minute mark, not much left in this one. Romero is going to take that snap handoff to Reeder, and he's not going to get a whole lot there. It's number 41, Cooper Gowan on the tackle there. Gulfport's got the backups in on defense for these last few plays. And St. Martin players injured, so we'll have a stoppage for a brief moment. While we're in that, quick look at the other scores in our division. All right, Ocean Springs is leading Biloxi 34-14 late in the fourth quarter, which means combine that with score tonight. Next week's game, again, we're at Ocean Springs, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll be here to stream it for you. Winner of that game will take first place in the division. It seems that that's kind of been the case for the last few years, that next to last week of the season, whoever wins that game between us and them takes first place. That's going to be the case yet again. The wins tonight will put both teams in the playoffs, but everybody's definitely got bigger aspirations than that. So a huge game next week. Be sure to join us for that one. D'Iberville beat Harrison Central 31-0, so that will get them their first win in district play. All right. All right, back to the action, a little under 1:20 to go. They're going to hand off to Reeder again, and he's going to get swarmed after about a 4-yard pickup. All right, 3rd and 1 to go. 45 seconds and counting remaining in this one. It'll be a third straight handoff to Reeder. He's going to get swarmed. It's going to be right at the yard line to gain. That defense, those are a lot of second-string guys, but they did not want to give up that yard to finish this one out. And that will do it for us. Teams are clearing the field. 10 seconds left, and the countdown is on, and it is going to be 42-7 the final here on homecoming night. Another happy homecoming win for Gulfport. Thanks for joining us again. Admirals go to 3-0 in division. We are in the playoffs. We will be playing one more game after the end of our regular season at least. But again, next week at Ocean Springs, 7 o'clock kickoff. Pregame show in the game. Start about 6:45. Be sure to join us if you're not going to make it. Same place as always. For all the team here, thank you for joining us again, and good night.